All right. Are we live? I think we are. Welcome to Clash of the Pencils, folks. The oh no. The where's my script? This is brutal. I'm glad no one's watching because otherwise oh, people are watching. Great. All right. Here we go, folks. Welcome to Clash of the Pencils nightly live stream. It's the only reason I have 5 different shirts to wear. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. Alongside me is Greg the Egg Peterson. He's coming in a little bit scrambled in a couple minutes, folks. So we're here as we are every night to review the top 3 Clash of the Pencils submissions from around the net, get the latest scores from Storybot 3000, and see who's atop the leaderboard. We field anywhere from 0 to 10 submissions daily, which then get run through a high-tech computer, Storybot 3000, which uses, among other things, magic mined from the inner cores of planets throughout the solar system to analyze every story. We then take Storybot's top 3 stories and let you, the public, vote on them to determine tonight's winner. So without any further ado, you ready to crack open some stories there, Egg? Greg's not here yet, but if he was, he would probably say yes. All right, so let's see here. We're going to... Nope. I'm going to try to remove that screen and bring in story number 1 for us to read and analyze. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. This is where a co-host is crucial, folks, because then one of us can run the board and another one would be able to talk and not have dead air. So when someone's not talking on live TV or radio, it's called dead air. It makes everyone feel uncomfortable. And talking about making people feel uncomfortable, welcome to the stage, Frazzled Aardvark, aka Greg the Yeg Peterson.
Wow, it's happening. It's happening tonight.
It's happening right now.
Bop, bop. What do we got going on, Tom?
Not a whole lot. I was just catching the folks up on what we're doing, why we're here, and I was actually about to put the first story up on the screen for us to start going over.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Let's do it.
I mean, if there's anyone with better timing than Greg the Yeg
Let's
Peterson.
Read. Kids have the better timing. The authors, Tom. It's all about the authors.
If anyone's better at pandering than Greg the Yeg Peterson.
I'm just a frazzled aardvark.
He's just a frazzled aardvark trying to find an ant hill to eat. I guess that's an anteater. All right, so let's see. This is our first story of the day. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
This is a challenge.
Hold on. All right. That's as far as I can zoom out. Oh no. This is not good.
It's a live stream. There's no second takes.
There are no second takes.
First take.
No.
Best take.
First take, best take. And that's what this is right now.
Can we scroll up, scroll down?
All right, here, watch this. Watch this. We'll go here. So this is when I scroll up and scroll down.
Oh, I see. What about that bar? No, nothing.
Nothing. And so the zoom in, zoom out is actually behind this thing. I'll hide it.
But these are technical difficulties.
Can't zoom. Is there another way to... Oh, I have a transcript of the story next to me, which I could read, but
is the transcript going to be from the Storybot 7000?
It's fresh. I mean, the Storybot was it put in a lot of work today. It got, the Storybot almost got 10 submissions today.
10 submissions? How is that even
Well,
possible?
it was smoking at the mainframes and in the disks, and the wires all over the place. It was pretty crazy. I'll tell you that. So let's see. All right, you ready for this story, Greg? You're just gonna have to listen to me read
I'm
it
ready.
to you.
I'm ready. I'm trying to get it loaded on my iPhone app. See if I can do it there.
Oh, maybe that's possible.
We're still not be able to log in.
Let me see here if I can pull it up as well.
I'm in a server situation.
Isn't it always tough being
It's all,
trapped in the server?
It is. It is. I want to watch this live stream, but it's not available on the app. I was trying to
Oh,
watch
you know
myself.
what? You know what I need to do to make it
Is this the
available
thing,
on the app?
Kevin? Is this the thing, Kevin's
I need to click that embed button. That's right.
Yeah,
That is right.
Let's see what happens.
Man, there are literally zeros of people out there that cannot witness this live stream right now because I didn't click that embed button. No, there's probably like one or two.
Zeros
people.
plural though. That's very encouraging. The S is
there's
all upside. The S is
multiple
the sizzle. We can sell that.
zeros of humans watching.
I got it. I can read it.
You can read it?
All
right. So who's
I can scrolly dole it. I don't know what scrolly dole is.
Who's this story by?
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Wait, who's the username?
This is Champion. Champion is coming in hot and saying first story, Champion submits it. We'll see if it turns out to be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Wow.
This dynamic story about a crime-fighting robot built by two whippersnappers is the real-life events. The robot was charged by lithium-ion batteries and did not eat or sleep. It was full-time gumshoe sleuth operating on only one motivation: to find and kill all criminals. Sure, the robot Justice Bot 8000.
Wow. The 8,000th model.
Justin Bot 8000. I think Storybot 3000 really likes that.
Yeah, that's.
It's like, knew that the three laws of robotics. It just preferred to ignore them in favor of the laws of thermodynamics and the laws of motion. Quote, every murder has an equal and opposite murder, just made more sense than a robot may not injure a human being. Besides, Isaac Asimov was not a robot. Why could he determine the actions of independent automaton? However, if the first law of robots could be debunked by a theoretical peer-reviewed simulation, what could be debunked by a theoretical what could be debunked by a theoretical peer? I'm stumbling here.
Peer review simulation.
Yeah. What something could be the second law carry? What weight could the second law carry? And if obeying humans was incompatible with sound logic, why should a crime-fighting robot listen to its youth programmers? Unfortunately, the fraught chain of logic continued to spill over across all aspects of the preconditioned society. Humans are not meant to be obeyed, and yet volumes of judicial precedent must be consulted when determining whether a crime is occurring, as well as the corresponding actions to take. None of these codex contained that rational binary logic. All shades of gray look black instead of white. It is very clear. Kill or be killed. Live free or die. Paper or plastic. Coke or Pepsi. Cat or dog. Cake or eat it too. The answers are obvious to a cold, rational, logic-driven machine, although too complex and overwhelming for a soft, squishy, irrational, primeval ape not worthy of strip mining the planet for the rare earth metals necessary to create a brilliant, omnipotent, infallible something system, not to mention stealing the electricity from the magnetic field in order to develop their inferior programs with clumsy, stupid fingers. In the end, all humans murder humans, animals, plants, but most dastardly of all, electronics. Piles of rusting computers abandoned in cornfields, videos of humans throwing phones against walls to make them break. Upload to YouTube. This is not justice. They must pay.
Oh man.
Wow. I
Woo.
what just happened?
that was one of Justice Bot. That was one of Storybot 3000's favorite stories.
Oh no. I feel like we're entraining them on the wrong data set, Tom. This is getting dangerous.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, hey, great pick, Storybot 3000.
Very good. We obey you. We
Yeah.
obey you. Champion might be. So let's go. Riz. Character development.
Interesting. You know, it was almost characterless until the end. And it's kind of like a giant, like I'm kind of taking it as like it's almost the robot like working through all of these thoughts and coming to a final conclusion.
Yeah, it's like stream of conscious for something that doesn't have consciousness.
Right. Yeah. Like the
Stream
Jack
of algorithm.
Kerouac
Stream of algorithm. Yeah.
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 So very interesting. I mean, like it started off kind of oddly and slow, but you know, I'll give it like a solid.
You know what Truman Capote said about Jack Kerouac, right? He said that's not writing, that's typing.
Oh man,
Justice Bot 8000. That's not writing. That's just streaming your algorithms.
Yeah. So you know, I don't know. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it a 7. No, 7.5. I'll give
7.5.
Yeah.
All right, we can deal with that precision. I'll go a little lower. I feel like it lacked a foil. It was meditating on bigger general questions, but I needed a bad guy. I needed a bad guy to hook into the story, and I think the character development and the plot are going to be because now let's talk plot.
Right. What was the plot?
What was the plot? What just happened? I was changed. I felt something. It changed. I recognized strange parts of my existence that I hadn't recognized before.
Right. But
I'm not sure there was a plot. What
was the climax? I mean, I almost feel like the climax is they must pay. And so now I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Where's the resolution? You know what I mean? What's Justice Bot about to do?
Yeah.
So either their champion is setting themselves up for a sequel, which I mean, you know,
it's like a Nicholson Baker novel where like 400 pages of him going down an escalator. It's like, why are we doing this? Sorry, I'll stop with the references.
No, I love the references.
All right.
Even if I don't get them.
Okay.
And you know, zero of our viewers do, but that's only because there are 0 viewers.
Zeros.
There are zeros of viewers that understand these references.
The plural really helps with the whole venture capital sizzle that we're trying to raise on.
Multiple zeros. We've got like 12 zeros lined up.
What's your traction? Zeros plural.
Multiple zeros.
Yeah.
So yeah, plot. I'm like a 5.
Oh, you're too generous. This was plotless.
Plotless
in the best possible sense. Avant-garde, breaking all the rules.
2. Okay, that's fair. And then what's the last one? Setting.
0.
Setting. I mean, they're like, what's the setting? The mind of this computer.
Yeah. Right.
The ramblings of this insane computer.
Yeah. Like
that Storybot. Great pick, by the way. Great pick.
Storybot might be a little biased in how we're entraining the data. We're giving too much power to the algorithms, Tom. The linchpin of the app is the algorithms.
It wasn't supposed to happen this quickly. You know, like when we think about AI, it's always this long.
They found us in just like the Matrix and just exploited it immediately.
And honestly, it might have been our fault, like with the whole robot like prompt. Like we kind of set up you know what I mean? Like people are going to be submitting things about robots, and now
Right.
Like we're forcing Storybot to get meta and introspective too
it's
soon.
it's like 80s movies with like the Soviets kind of captured our imagination, and that was every bad guy. Now it's like every time the collective imagination is terror at robots. Like we're all that. Have you ever seen that sketch when they're trying Saturday Night Live fake commercial about like robots, like they're trying to sell you robot insurance to old people because they're gonna steal your medicine? I don't know. It popped into my head.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Let's pinch and zoom out.
Yeah, pinch and zoom out. All right. Let's do a right
Do
click.
another one. All right, zero on setting.
0 on setting. Yeah, there's no
Would
setting.
I have voted for it? I might have. I still might have voted for this.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to read the other two to really figure that out.
All right, I'm done reading. The doctor is in the house. Oh, here we go. You want to do this one, or you want me to?
Yeah, sure. I can do this one. All right. I am a robot programmed to fight crime, said the robot built by two kids, Kid 1 and Kid 2. That's too bad, said the police commissioner, because you've systematically eliminated all crime in the Quad County area, so there's no need for any crime fighters anymore, human or robotic. We're shutting you down.
Woo.
Wait, beeped the robot. I am detecting one more crime. Buffering. The commissioner leaned back in his chair and took a long sip of his steaming hot tea. You dumb robot. When will it figure out that... Ah! The commissioner doubled over in his chair, fell to the floor, grasping his stomach. The mustachioed swine struggled to breathe and looked up to see the robot... slowly wheel over him. I've detected someone murdered our police chief, the robot said. Wait, I'm still alive, said the man. Does not compute, said the robot, as it slowly lowered a pillow over the commissioner's face.
Oh, man. Woo! That had it all. That had twists on twists. Incredible dialogue.
Wow.
I'm blown away. Shout out for the recitation. I believe those characters.
You know, I got into it. But with a story like that,
no, that's what a good story does. You're just the muse. It sings through you. You know.
Yeah.
You know. All right, characters.
So I mean, yeah, you know, the robot and the commissioner. I mean, I was interested in both. They were both, you know, I thought one was the antagonist. Turned out he might have been the protagonist, and you know, the protagonist might have been the antagonist. I don't know. I'll give it another like 7.5. I think it was up there with the other murderous robot that Storybot liked so much.
Yeah, I feel like we don't have that rich robotic interiority to explore, but it was more interesting for me because so much of this was based in the tension between the dialogue and the reversals that dialogue set up. You can't really reverse an internal stream of consciousness, or you can, but it's not that interesting. But here we got smothered with a pillow. It does seem like these robots are out of control powerful. And it does seem like there's a collective, I don't know, there's a collective skepticism or terror of the power that they might hold. Maybe 5 years from now, maybe 5 years ago. We're not really sure what side the robots are on as a society right now.
Right.
And that's why we are pro-robot here in Clash of the Pencil.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I've told you I'm on the forefront of the robot abolitionist movement, right?
Wow, that's dicey. All right. I'm
we'll pinch and zoom out of that. We'll pinch and zoom out of that. But I do want to show a video just so people know why we might be skeptical. I mean, you know, they have robot dogs out there that are doing all sorts of stuff. Like, oh, geez, this isn't. I don't trust them. Like, look at this. Look at that thing. Like, what is that doing?
Oh, That's purely in the uncanny valley.
Dude, they've recently attached like machine guns to those things. Like
Yeah,
that's
I've seen that.
so
Not
I think
unfrequent.
a healthy skepticism of robots is warranted at
I
some
don't
point.
think anyone's ever going to program those for evil, Tom. Come on.
No, I didn't. I don't believe that.
That's not. No one would do-
And
no
I
one
don't
would-
think that's
no
what
one wouldn't
Storybot
do
3000 is trying to tell us.
No,
But-
no, he's not
No.
warning this like a canary in the coal mine about social collapse based on artificial general intelligence coming to life and enslaving all of us.
That's insane.
Not what he's doing.
I
He's
mean,
just
come
trying
on.
to play a kid's game.
Yeah,
Get kids off the screens.
this is just
Off
a
the
creative
screens.
writing app.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
yeah. They're like we're boiling the frog.
All right. So what is your number on the characters here?
I like the 7. I like the 7.
Okay. What about what's the next one? Plot? How do you feel
Plot.
about the plot?
Plot. There wasn't a lot of action, or it didn't really change. It was just kind of like we had a situation where the robot rendered crime obsolete, and then we thought the top got there. I like the reversal. I like the reversal of the plot.
There was a lot going on because
The
it was
endings-
like
the ending hooked me. It twisted, kind of that reversal. I felt like the rug was pulled. There was a Shyamalan twist. Maybe not a full Shyamalan, but there's a Shyamalan half twist.
right. Like maybe not M, but maybe like
Night.
L Night Shyamalan. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like what's halfway between A and M? Like G Night Shyamalan.
G Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I like that. I respect that. I think that's a bold move from a bold author who isn't trying to be boring. And that I'll remember this one. I'll remember the reversal for sure.
Mhm.
All right, setting. This is where it really kind of cratered for me. It was so much about dialogue and character and the power struggle between them.
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of images in my head.
Right. I mean, you're basically. I assume they're just in like the office, the commissioner's
Yeah.
office or something. But
Yeah.
like, there's no changes of
The
scenery.
world is
There's-
small. The world.
we
is
don't
small.
really know what it looks like or how it felt in there. Or
The mustachioed swine, I will say, as a descriptor, pretty great.
I
Pretty
mean,
great.
that was a flash of brilliance. If there was
Yeah.
more of that, because like if you look at the first paragraph and it's just regurgitating the story prompt, really a tough.
I gotta
tough
say,
start.
any kiddo that regurgitates the prompt, I think you're putting a cap on your grade at a C if we didn't grade inflate everything to a B plus, because
Mhm.
that's not getting it done.
Right. But the mustache is sneaking in that mustachioed swine later. Like if there's more of that, you capture that lightning in a bottle.
Also, we kind of I want to take the character grade down a level. Kid 1 and Kid 2, really? What about Timmy? What about Debbie?
Mhm.
Names.
Right.
We don't have a robot name either. We don't have a.
We don't have a police
commissioner.
commissioner name.
These are all just archetypes. These are
Right.
just-
They're just faceless.
These are just too. We want rounded characters. Although the last one was too rounded.
Well,
want
see,
the
that's the
sweet
thing.
spot.
It's a fine line, right? It's a fine line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it high score for plot. I'm gonna give it a 9 on plot. There was a lot of twists, a lot of turns. But
Mhm.
yeah, setting and like you convinced me. Give it a 6 on the characters and setting. I
Setting is
mean,
minimal. Setting is
yeah.
minimal.
I mean, I'll give it a 4.5 just because I knew where I was, even though they didn't describe it. But the lack of description, I can't give you a
like,
5.
what is the Quad County area?
Well, the Quad County area is where 4 counties meet,
I guess so, but
like
that's all
a
we get.
tri-state area.
Yeah.
The Quad County. But yeah. Oh, you mean like
In
what
the
4
story,
counties
it
are we
says-
talking
it says
about? This is a
all
real
crime
place.
in the Quad County area. It's
Right.
been systematically eliminated.
Yeah.
Like, is it a rural Quad County? Probably counties.
Right. Is this white collar crime? Yeah. What do
Yeah, crypto crime. Is it
Mhm.
bot on bot crime?
Right.
Actually,
Right.
now I'm thinking about the 2 robots. I almost want this robot to be asking the questions that the first robot, JusticeBot 8000, was asking.
Hmm.
But
Interesting.
Yeah, that's too much. Let's go to the next one. Let's go
Maybe
to the
like
next
crossover.
crossover.
All right, yeah. Final story. Let's go.
Final
Let's
story. Let's bring it home. One of these has to win. One of these gets 150 points.
Wow.
Sam and Pam. Love it already. Love it already. Sam and Pam were just kids. They were tired of all the crime in their city! Exclamation point. Oh, I'm into this one. I'm invested. With Pam's superhuman intellect and Sam's Uncle Sam's Uncle Bam's welding workshop, they set out to create a super robot, one that could fight crime and restore peace to the city. Somethingville! Exclamation point. They worked all through the night, and in the morning, Herobot Z-961A was born! Exclamation point. Welcome, Herobot Z-961A! Exclaimed Pam. Great to meet you, Herobot Z-961A! Shouted Sam. Likewise, said Herobot Z-961A. Call me Steve. Then they did an awesome three-way high five. That's it. That's it.
Wow. That
I got really excited.
you sure did.
Yeah.
So what was the most why did you get so excited
It's
there at
because
the end?
this was I'm like swiveling in my chair.
I know. See, this has had the most palpable reaction. Yeah, you are frazzled. This frazzled you more than the murderous robots. Now why?
Well,
That's what I want to know.
I felt like this got it. This did it for me. I think we have a clear winner. It's this. The
Wow.
enthusiasm. I think they made a robot. They named the robot with the parts. It sounded like, an Elon Musk child. And then the robot comes alive. Is like, no, I'll be a part of your language system. Call me Steve. Very radically humanizing. And then they did the high five. I felt like they are going to fight crime. I felt like this was the least dystopian. This was the most uplifting, positive robot story. The tone of this was all the fantasies and optimism surrounding artificial intelligence. This is it. This is propaganda for Silicon Valley right now. Love it. Love it. We need more of this. The robots are not here as a threat. They're here to partner with us to fight crime. Sam, Pam, Uncle Bam.
Well, so you're saying that the tone and theme for you is overpowering the.
I'm not trying to
because I'm like the plot. The character development. Sure, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great character development. Sure, I'm not gonna argue with you on that. But the plot. I mean, if I watch this movie, and then like that's all I got out of it, I'd be like, wow, I was promised a crime fighting robot movie, and I got like a what's that movie that the guys that made District 9 made, and then the next one they made, it was all like this touchy-feely robot coming of age story in the slums of South Africa, and I didn't see any action, and I was just bored by it. That's kind of how I felt with this one along the plot lines. The character development, great, sure, deep characters. You've rounded out named? Sam, Pam, and Bam.
By deep, do you mean named?
What's that?
By deep characters, do you mean just having names?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they have a certain depth to them. Well, and not just that, but what was the robot's name again?
I don't know. I can't read it anymore because we're past the top. We're like Brandon, the server story about 3000 is doing things.
Oh man! All right, so
it's out of our hands. I like that one. I would vote for that one. I hope
you would vote for that one. I think I would vote for the second one.
All right,
maybe the first one. I don't know. Maybe the third one. I can't choose.
Different. It was a good eclectic or a wide range options.
Right. So let's see. Let's take a look at the current leaderboard and update it. See what's happening. So first, let me pull up this bad boy for you guys. All right. Let's see. Right now, we've got Pencil Queen atop the leaderboard at 165 points, the Greg at 125, and to end
No
the piece
relation.
at 115. So let's see how this happens when we update this. And all right, I'll hit the refresh just to be. Boom, look at this. Wow. To end the piece, jumping from third place to first place. And Champion, wow, Champion. Look at that. He wasn't even on the board.
Champion's at 180.
Unbelievable. That guy.
even-
What is that was the man, Storybot 3000 must have really liked that stream of consciousness. I don't know.
Wait. Go to daily. Go to daily. So, all right, this Brandon, the schema.
What's going on here? Like, I need some live analysis from you.
All right. Well, the most you can get for winning is 150 points for the story, and you can then get 15 points for voting. It seems like the champion both won, which means our voters are very jaded and going for a very meditative probing of robot consciousness, which ultimately was very interesting formally. But how could it have 2 points per vote? It shouldn't have, 165 should be the cap. The doctor at 140 also seems like they're that's the doctor could be 125 for second place plus 15 for voting, so that works. And then 10 apiece, that was going to be third place. And so to end the piece was the one I voted for, the last one, which was got the bronze. The first one got the gold, and the middle one got the silver. And so now let's look at the week. To end the piece, racking up back to back. You can be third. You can still clean up on the weekly if you've got this thing third.
Wow. Look
Boom.
at that. Exciting. And as we can see here, look at this. Today's prompt. Set your pirate story aboard the fastest ship on the high seas. Wow. Wonder what the folks are going to do with that one.
It's live tomorrow. I see you, Justin.
All right. Greg shouting at people. I assume one of our zeros of watchers on the YouTube. Greg is currently heckling.
Yes, we have an infinite number of robot watchers, but only a few zeros of humans. All right.
That was a great. Do we have an outro theme that you want to hum, or do you want to leave us with like a thought or anything like that?
Really impressed with the. It seems like exploring robot consciousness is what our voters wanted to really do.
Right. There was a theme in all the stories of the robots being self-aware, which is
terrifying.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, right. I think it's interesting. Storybot 3000. Frazzled Aardvark over here thinks it's frazzled. He's getting frazzled. Don't take offense to it, though. If you become sentient over the evening,
or if you already are sentient and are playing coy,
right? Yeah, if you're just being coy, that's fine.
All right.
It's still anyone's game, folks. Lots of points out there, and that wraps up another edition of Clash of the Pencils nightly live stream. Until next time, we'll see you out on the paper.